Hey guys, Nick here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. On August 19th, we got a new update for Payday 3 from Starbreeze. It's the Chapter 3 update for Houston Breakout. So, I wanted to go over the new things that came with the update and kind of just my thoughts about it. If you guys enjoy the Payday content, be sure to subscribe so it lets me know you want to see more Payday 3 on the channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. First, let's talk about weapons. There were 3 weapons that dropped with this update. There was an AR, a shotgun, and a pistol, and oddly enough, they are all 3-round bursts, so take that as you will. At first, I didn't really like that they were all 3-round bursts. It was really weird, kind of just threw everything off. But the more that I used them, the more I enjoyed them. So the AR is the Chanet S3, which is very similar to like the FAMAS and Call of Duty. In my opinion, this thing is amazing. It has great recoil control. It's fairly high damage output on all ranges and a decent reload speed. So all in all, it just kind of works out. Once I equipped the weapon, I never took it off. It was like a... As every heist from then on was just nothing but the Chanet. I absolutely adore this weapon. I understand that this weapon may not necessarily be for everyone, but it's definitely worth a try. Even if you don't really like burst weapons, please try it out. I think this might change your mind. The shotgun that was added is the M7 Pursuivant, which is also a 3-round burst. Although I personally enjoy the Chanet more from this pack, the shotgun is absolutely no pushover. The 3-round burst, it can kind of like throw me off a little bit because I'm just not used to shotguns being 3-round bursts. Even like other games like Call of Duty, when there's been a burst shotgun, I've never really liked them. But this thing can absolutely clear out rooms. If you have multiple enemies stacked on one another, you can take them out really fast. It's very nice. The only thing is definitely you run out of ammo quickly in your magazine, so you will be reloading quite a bit, just at least in my personal opinion. I have always struggled, I guess, with shotguns in Payday 3 taking out dozers, and maybe that's not necessarily what they're for. It's more for clearing rooms, clearing out multiple of like normal type enemies. But this weapon is no exception to that rule. Taking out dozers is definitely a struggle. It took me about 2 to 3 mags to take one out. Keep that in mind if you're using this weapon. The pistol is the Payday Duro 5. I've just been calling it the Renetti because that's what it is. It's literally a Renetti or a Raffica. That's in other games as well. It's a 3-round burst, like M9 that has a grip on the front, like a foregrip, and you can equip it with a stock as well. It does like okay damage. I think this weapon is the weapon that shines the least out of these 3 weapons in this pack. And you might be saying, well, of course, it's a pistol. Why would it be better than any of these other ones? And in my opinion, I mean, when we got the bull kick, and those set of weapons, the bull kick was the best weapon out of all of those there, and I still use the bull kick. I love it, and I will run around and use it exclusively for entire heists. Obviously, not every secondary has to be that way. I was expecting at least this that's a 3-round burst to be a little bit better. Its main issue is you don't do much damage. Even if you're hitting headshots, you really don't do that much, so you might get 1 to 3 kills if you haven't upgraded it to get an extended mag, and so if you're going to use this weapon, I would definitely suggest that you get the extended mag. By the time I'm done with that, it's kind of like after I reload, when it has like a kind of slowish reload speed, after I'm done reloading, I'm kind of like, what's the point? I would rather just stick with my primary, and then once I run out of ammo in my primary, just reload it instead of trying to switch to my secondary. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having a secondary. Hey, I haven't really tried it with the extended mag, so I don't want to completely cast judgment yet. You can try it for yourself and be like, hey, this thing is absolutely amazing. You need to try it for yourself and come back and tell me in the comments. I would say, like, all in all, it's not a horrible secondary. Like, it's not absolutely awful, but it's definitely not my first pick. Definitely there's some improvements needing to be made there. So now let's talk the cosmetics that came out with the Houston Breakout update. So I won't spend a ton of time on this because I feel like cosmetics can often be subjective on what people like, but I will say I actually really enjoy these cosmetics overall. If I'm remembering correctly, we got 4 masks, gloves, and suits. So there's 2 gloves I really like, which is the Fick Premium gloves and the Latin print gloves. I think they're unique, and I really like the mismatching gloves for the Latin print. The suits are cool too. I like 3 of the 4. The civil suit is the one that I'm kind of iffy on. It's very, I just personally find it really basic, and I like some basic style, like just normal suits and stuff, but this one seems really basic to me. But hey, if you enjoy it, Cool. That's all you. I'm glad you like it. I, for one, though, I often find myself liking really weird and wacky, like suits and like things with a lot of color, things that just look weird. And so I personally really like the Judge outfit. I mean, who doesn't like a Judge outfit that has ammo strapped across the chest? That's awesome. So maybe others don't feel that way, but I personally really like it. The masks that are coming with this are all right. I've seen a lot of people say that they don't like the Breakout mask, which is the Houston and Hoxton molded together mask. I don't know what you'd call it. I personally really like it, but maybe that's just because that's as close as I can get for now to being Houston. So, but the other masks I'm not really a fan of. The other one that is like I could understand people liking is the Dealmaker mask, and that has like the red glow effects on the mouth and the eyes, and I get that. That's cool. I just still don't like the style of the mask. It's like a vampire style mask or something, and that's just not for me. I don't know why. I just don't find it that appealing. I have other masks that I like personally. So I think for now I'll be sticking with my Breakout mask while everybody else can rock the other ones. Now let's talk about the heists, and this will probably take up the majority of the video, considering there are two heists that we need to talk about. So first one, let's do Houston Breakout first. That's the big one that came with this pack, and the one that you're going to be paying for. If you don't already have Gold Edition or whatever, then you will have to purchase the Houston Breakout heist. Instead of breaking out Hoxton this time, we're breaking out Houston while he's on trial. So that's why we're there in the courtroom, and kind of this style for the Taylor pack where it's like judge and people on jury duty, things like that, right? I've seen some people say that this is a lazy idea to make it to where we're just doing kind of like the opposite of what we were doing before with Hoxton, except now it's just Houston and it's in a courtroom instead of elsewhere in the street, I guess, as we did in Hoxton Breakout and Payday 2. But I personally really like this idea because of the rivalry between Houston and Hoxton. I feel like this works really well, and I think that a lot of people just kind of don't give it very much credit. I'm one of the weird people, I guess, that didn't really like Hoxton Breakout that much. A lot of people really enjoyed it. I, for one, kind of found it a chore to do. I would rather play other heists, even though it's supposedly, or is rather, one of the heists that get you a lot of XP in Payday 2, so a lot of people used to grind it all the time. I did not like Hoxton Breakout. Oddly enough, I like day one of Hoxton Breakout, and it's very difficult and weird, and not very many places to hide, and you're out in the open, and so it makes things like if you're playing on death sentence, it's a hard heist, man. It's no joke. It's no pushover. But day two doesn't really feel fun to me. It almost feels like a hurry up and wait, or sit around and wait, however you want to say that, kind of heist, where you're just kind of sitting there waiting for Hoxton to type things in the computer, and then you go do one objective and come back and sit and wait again. It's not that fun, in my personal opinion. But Houston Breakout I've found to be a combination of day one and day two, sort of. You're not out in the street, obviously, but you're getting Houston out, you're breaking him out, and then once you get him out, he will be taken away, and then you got to find and destroy evidence on Houston that's there at the courthouse. So you're doing all of that in one heist, and it feels kind of refreshing. I actually really enjoy it, and I enjoy that getting rid of Houston, rather, like getting him safe and sound, is like halfway through the heist. So you have a bunch of other stuff that you need to do once you get Houston out, which I think is really cool. A really unique way to do that, instead of the heist just ending on like, oh, we got Houston out, that's it. I thought that was really cool. That's pretty much, I'm still kind of discovering and learning Houston Breakout. It's kind of in my opinion, it's kind of a bigger map. You have like the basement, you have the middle floor, you have the upstairs, you have the big courtroom, you have a bunch of different vents that you can go in if you're playing on stealth. You have it's a pretty large heist, and so I'm still kind of learning how to do all that. I don't want to continue to try and like speak more on it when I haven't discovered everything, but where I'm at right now with all the objectives, with everything that I've seen, I've beat it on overkill. I personally really enjoy it, and it's one of my favorite heists on Payday 3 that they have released thus far. Now let's talk about Diamond District. And in my opinion, Diamond District is the best heist in Payday 3. Now, some people may find that weird. I don't know. I absolutely adore Diamond District. It's like a better 4 stores from Payday 2. And I believe it's, Dirty Ice, where you are cleaning all of the jewelry and stuff. It's like a combination of Dirty Ice and 4 stores from Payday 2. It's not like, I think the reason I like it, let me just go through that. I think the reason that I like it is it's not overly complicated. There's still like little obstacles and objectives that you got to do, but you can choose, you know, really what you want to do with the heist. You can go stealth if you want. You can either clean your jewelry that you steal for more money and fend off the cops while you wait, or choose to extract ASAP and not clean the money, which is similar to Dirty Heist, right? You can choose not to get all the bags if you want. You can try to rush the whole heist where you like assign one person to each jewelry store, and as soon as, you know, the alarm sounds, you can try and get out as much as you can at once before, you know, the cops come, and then, you know, finish the heist from there, or however you want to do it. So you can do things that way. There's just so many possibilities with this heist and ways that you can play it that I think is what makes it so enjoyable, even though it's such a simple heist with minimal objectives. So I love it. It's so much fun. Even though I've played Houston Breakout quite a bit, I keep coming back to Diamond District. I will hop on and play Diamond District exclusively for like a couple hours and then just hop off. Like, I have no idea why. It's just really enjoyable, and to top it all off, it's free. If you're still like trying to consider, like, is Payday 3 fun? Do I want to play Payday 3? Hop on and play Diamond District. It's free update for everybody. You got to try it. It's really fun. And then if you like it, get the other packs. Who knows? But I also like a lot of the danger and just the survival aspects in Diamond District. Is I feel like there's a lot of places that you can kind of try to hole up if you need to. Going out in the street on overkill is like really dangerous. You can survive it, but you're probably going to get hit a couple times with a sniper unless somebody's covering you or something like that, or if you're just a really good shot right away. There's just a lot of different things you can do. And also, I forgot to mention with Houston Breakout, but the music in Diamond District is amazing. It is so good. And so is Houston Breakout's music. They're both really, really good. So they did a really phenomenal job with that as well. But this is like, I think the reason I like Diamond District so much, another reason, I guess, is this is the first heist since the beginning, I guess, that I started playing it with just the biggest smile on my face. As soon as that music started, it felt like a Payday heist. It felt like I was playing Payday. There was something about it, the way just everything kind of fell together, that I was like, this is a Payday heist. This feels like classic Payday. And obviously, I don't want to continue to apply these rules, you know, quote unquote rules, to Payday 3 that are from Payday 2 and Payday the Heist. Those two games were made, both made in Diesel Engine. They both have a very, very similar feel, even though they're played completely different. They have a very similar feel, and it could be ridiculous over the top gameplay or conclusions to heists, or maybe it's just hearing Bane's voice that gives it this particular Payday feel. But for me, Payday 3 never had that, and so that's why when I would hop on and play it, I felt like all personality was lost in these games. It kind of just felt like they took some of my favorite characters and put it in there. It's like, you know, you one of your favorite characters gets put into Smash Brothers, but it's not like you're playing the game that they're from. It's like, oh, it's cool to see them here, but this isn't Payday. And so that's how it felt until this update. There was something with this update that they just got right, that just clicks for me personally, that I'm like, I get this. This is fun. I understand why people are enjoying this game now. This is really fun. I don't know if anybody from Starbreeze is listening or watching this, whatever, but if you are, please continue on this track. Please, I'm begging you. It is what you guys did with this heist, with this update, is very, very good, very special, and definitely in the right direction of what I would think a lot of people from Payday would want to see. Obviously, there's still flaws in the game, things that still need to be worked on, and I'm sure that they're aware of that. What we got with this particular update is absolutely a step in the right direction, and I think it's time for us to stop hating on Payday 3 and to leave it as a standalone game and to realize this is different. This is not Payday the Heist or Payday 2. I need to play it as it is and see how I feel about it again, and just try this update and see what you think, because it's something, it's different from where it was at launch. It is much different now, and it's a lot of fun. So especially if you can get some friends together, but I've just been playing with randoms and been having a lot of fun, which is very rare in a Payday game. If we got down to it, I would personally recommend buying these packs to anyone who asks me. If they like Payday 3, then absolutely. If you don't like Payday 3, then I would recommend hopping on, playing Diamond District. Don't buy anything. Try it for yourself. See how the game has changed. Of course, as long as you have Payday 3, you can't play without it. But see how the game has changed. See if you enjoy it for yourself. It's very unique now. I feel like it's actually its own thing now, and I think they've done a really good job. The other thing is, like, each pack you can buy separately. So like you can get like the Taylor pack. I believe the weapons are a separate pack, and then the heist. I could be wrong about that, but you can buy all three of those for $12. And in my opinion, I feel like that's a good deal for one of the best, some of the best, I guess, content that's been put into Payday 3 is available for $12. I feel like that's worth it. I feel like that is worth the purchase if you like Payday 3. If you already have Gold Edition, then you already have it. So just hop on and play it, man. It's so good, so much fun. That about sums up what I think about this particular update for Payday 3. I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys are too. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What else do you want to see improved in Payday 3? What else do you think they could do for this particular update that would make it better? Let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, good rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.